everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel. So it is the end of July, which means I am getting ready to set up for the month of August. I know this video is going up in August, but I am filming it at the end of July. And today I am going to be setting up my goals, breaking down my annual goals for the month of August in my MakseLife quarterly companion notebooks. So if you haven't seen it already, don't forget to check out my August monthly reset video, which is already up on my channel. It's linked down in the description below, and I will put it in the cards as well. That is kind of part one of my monthly reset process, where I do kind of all of my scheduling, my pre-planning, get my calendar spreads all set up for the month. And then today in this video, I'm going to tackle the second half of that, which is setting my goals for the month. So first up, I'm going to do some reflections for July following the MakseLife prompts, and then I will go ahead and jump into my goals. This is going to be a voiceover video, so I am just going to throw it over to the voiceover and jump in. So the first thing I did to kick off this process was give a thorough read through of my July goals, and then I went ahead and flipped through my weekly action items so I could just take a look at each of the weeks, make sure I didn't miss anything, make sure I remembered that everything that I had accomplished over the last month, and see if there was anything I needed to carry forward, and also just have that all to reflect on when I sat down to do my reflections. This video is going to be a pretty quick one today. It did not take me that long to plan my August goals, to be honest. I was just moving really quickly through this. I think it's because this is kind of a short month for us, just because the kids have 2 weeks off at the end of the summer before school starts, so there's not really a whole lot I can get done in that time besides hanging out with the family, and we're going to be at the beach for a lot of that anyways. So it's a pretty quick month, so I didn't want to bite off too much for this month. And then on top of that, everything is pretty much focused around getting ready to go back to school, getting ready for the fall. So that is the primary focus for August, and having that in mind, it just didn't take me that long to put together my goals. So starting off with my reflections, July was a really fantastic month. In my overall focus for the month of July was actually just to rest and relax and recharge. And because of that, I had kept my weekly action items and my monthly goals pretty light. I just tried to focus on just the essential things that needed to get done, and everything else just devoted to getting some good rest time in, and not taking on too many projects, not tackling too much stuff. And that was super, super helpful. One, because I feel so much more recharged and ready to tackle the beginning of the school year. But two, we also ended up having a massive flood in our basement, and I wasn't overbooked, so I was able to devote a lot of time and energy into getting that all cleaned up and fixed up, and then got a jump start on a little bit of house decluttering and reorganization ahead of back to school, which will pick up this month because I want to get everything kind of ready to go for the kids, and make sure I have clothing inventories and all that stuff, so that I'm not just buying way more stuff than we need, or making sure they have enough stuff for back to school, basically. I actually gave myself a 9 for this month. Like I said, I'm just feeling super, super recharged. It was a really great July. I did a really good job with not tackling too many projects at once, and just creating space to just rest, not taking on too much work. I had a really, really busy April, May, and June at work, and I just was looking forward to a more restful summer. I do work freelance, so I can kind of book things that way. That being said, it's sometimes really hard to say no to projects, so I don't always do a great job of that, and I did do a really great job of that this summer, so I'm really proud of that. Then on this page here, I just had some back to school things on my mind, so I just jotted them down really quickly as a kind of notes and strategy session before I jumped into my goals. So this is actually my daily duo. It's the page in the front that just has the boxes for one for each month. So this is a 6-month planner, so it has 6 boxes, and I've labeled them for July through December, which is where the planner runs. So if you haven't seen my annual goals, one of my big annual goals for the year is to create what I call a master calendar. It's basically a way to track infrequent but recurring things. So what month are you due to go to the doctor? What month are you due to go to the dentist? What month do you need to change the filters in, rotate the mattress, rotate your tires, take your car for maintenance, all of those things in one spreadsheet. But in addition to having it in the spreadsheet, I decided to give a try to putting it in those goal sheets of my daily duo to see how I like that. And so far, so good. I almost never use those pages in a planner, so I was really happy to have a way to incorporate that that page into my planning system. So we will see how that goes. But the master calendar has been tremendously helpful for this year. So if you'd like to hear more about that or see it, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So basically, we've got some back to school stuff kind of peppered in a bunch of the different categories. And then beyond that, mostly there's like not really anything else going on beyond prepping for back to school. I have a foot injury right now, so there's some stuff up in the health section that I need to just take it easy on my foot and also just make sure I keep following up with the doctor and everything. Then I'm going to write down July up at the top here so many times before I realized that it was August. I eventually do cover that with stickers, but like I don't know what was going on, and I didn't like the way I was writing it, but it like did not cross my mind that it was not July, that this is August, not July. So anyway, there's a lot of this stuff ended up in the home category. We got to do a big clothing sort before back to school, get all of our school supplies together, and then we still are struggling with this whole shutter situation on the outside of our house. So I'm carrying that forward once again, unfortunately, but I am hoping I've made some progress on it. It's just like really confusing and also really expensive. So I don't want to make the wrong decision there. So we're taking our time with it. For work, just still, again, taking it really easy over the summer and continuing that this month, especially because, you know, we don't have childcare for half of the month. So definitely not going to be picking up a ton of work projects. And then just a lot of beach fun going on in the fun category. We are also coming up on my 9th wedding anniversary, which is actually September 1st, but going to get the plans together this month for that. We're going to keep it pretty low key, but I have a favorite restaurant at the beach that's pretty hard to get into. So I'm going to see if we can get reservations in there. And then in personal life, I just kept it really, really simple, just like continue with everything that I've been doing, but then also just pre-planning for vacation, getting all of my content set up for vacation and all of the things like that. And the back to school stuff, the other thing that I'm continuing to work on is just like my stress levels and the way I interact with people, you know, how I react to things, and just trying to keep a really positive outlook and focus on the things that I control and let go of the things that I can't, which has been like a huge focus of mine over the past couple of months and has been tremendously helpful to like the way that I feel about things. So then, since I had some extra space back on the notes page and I hadn't written out my habits or most of the habits in my monthly calendar, I decided to make this little habit section. So I split things up into daily, weekly, and monthly, and then I'm going to add another one that's for like stuff that's more than not quite daily, but more than weekly, if that makes sense. So things that I don't do every day, but I want to do like X number of times a week. And then I just made a comprehensive list of everything that could go in a habit tracker. I'm not going to track these all every week, but this is kind of the list I'll be pulling from over the course of the month in my functional planner to keep for habits. And then I went ahead with the dot markers and sorted them by category. This is mostly stuff that I've been doing all year, same habits, but just making a kind of master list over here, which I really like. It helps me set up my planner. Okay, so that is everything finished up. My camera just cut off while I was looking for my monthly name stickers. I know I wrote July so many times, but it's August. This is on my August goals. So even though I don't usually use like washi year stickers really in here, except for like the names of the month, I decided I just really didn't like the way the whiteout was looking at the top. So I just covered it with a very summery, simply gilded washi. It's like one of the new fish paisley ones. And then I stuck those Planner Kate monthly names over the top, although this one is super crooked. The Planner Kate stickers are all extremely repositionable, which is really nice. So that is what my goals are looking like. I'm very excited for this month, last month of summer, do some back to school stuff, just enjoy some beach time and all of that good stuff. Hopefully still a productive month, but also a very enjoyable beachy one. So let me just show you again one more time my reflections. I made a little back to school checklist and then just a section for habits. As I said in the voiceover, I don't plan on doing all of these every week, and especially like some of the exercise stuff is just on hold until my foot is better, but I wanted to just have a list I could pull from like over the course of the month to set up my habit tracker every week and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed getting to see this quick little goals video. Let me know in the comments down below something you'll be working on in the month of August. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and check me out on Instagram at MyCraftyPlans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!